Hi ladies, this is Sasha. I'm putting together a very quick, I'm hoping 5 minutes or so tutorial, and I'm going to show you today how we put on a glitter, how to put on a French tip, and how to put on a solid, okay? So I've got my bare naked nails, and my nails aren't fancy, guys. My nails, I've got short stubby nails, I've got this weirdo long nail. You do whatever you want with your nails, okay? The first one I'm going to show you is a glitter, because if you have never tried Color Street before, I highly recommend pick a glitter first. A glitter is more forgiving during that learning curve. You need about twice of applying Color Street nails to really feel like you've got it, okay? So this is our most popular glitter. This is Tokyo Lights. And in this little accent pack are 2 different sizes. But when you buy your long strip of nails, you will get 16 strips of 8 different sizes. So with a glitter, what I do, you can either wash your fingernails with Dawn dish soap because that gets all the oils off, or you can use an alcohol prep pad. You do not have to push your cuticles back. However, I love getting a little rubber tipped cuticle pusher, and I have some of those. I might be giving out to some ladies soon. And I like pushing my cuticles back just so I know I get the nail polish as deep and as far back on my nail as I can. Okay? And so I just push it back. You cannot put the nail strip onto any part of your cuticle because your cuticle is oily skin. It has to stick to nail. So I'm going to take my alcohol wipe and I'm going to wipe off all 5 of my nails, even though I don't know which ones I'm demonstrating on just yet for things. I don't want to do French tips on my nails that are already white because I wanted to show you what happens here. So let's do a Tokyo Lights on my ring finger. Let's do that. So of the 2 in this sample pack, this one fits better. Now, you can use both ends of the nail strip. Here's what I mean by that. The directions will tell you use one end of it and throw the rest away. But you know Sasha. Sasha saves money. Sasha's kind of cheap. So what I do is I take my nail strip, I put it on my finger, and you want to anchor it at the bottom first, okay? And then you just want to kind of smooth up and smooth around the edges. That's all you really want to do. Smooth up and smooth around the edges. Now, with the end of it, you kind of want to fold a little bit over and underneath use your thumbnail to perforate. Because since this is liquid nail polish, it does shrink a little bit as it dries. And so I kind of tuck it under my nail and let it get good and dry, and then the next day I'll file off the excess. But that's a Tokyo Lights. Boom, done. And then if you're like me, you take the other half and rather than throw that away, because that would be wasteful, you go to your other hand and, that I've already prepped, you stick the other half on the matching finger. And then same thing, you fold it under, you just use your thumbnail to perforate underneath and take off the extra. There's how to put a glitter on. I really do think glitter should be your first choice if you've never done these. They're more forgiving of boo-boos, okay? Once you've mastered glitters, you might say, I'm gonna try a solid. Good for you, you should try solids. Solids are amazing. But I wanna show you something about solids. So this is a solid, it's a blue, it's called Aspen Sky. Now here's what I need you to remember about solids. Color Street, the owner, Fa Park, he developed the way to get our liquid, old-fashioned, 100-year-old nail polish into a strip. Well, when you used to paint your nails, sometimes you'd do more than one coat, right? Because one coat was too thin or it would show cracks, things like that. The same applies when you're doing a solid. I recommend doing 2 coats. Here's what I mean by that. Let's take this one and let's do this long pinky nail I got going on. And I'm going to show you what a solid looks like, 1 layer and then 2 layer. And you may not be able to see a difference, but you'll be able to feel a difference on your fingers. So I've got this little guy, and you'll notice the solids feel thinner because they literally are just 1 coat of paint. And I'm going to anchor it down at the bottom. Now, if I don't get it placed exactly right, you can see what I just did. I pulled it up and repositioned it. Solids, I'm going to anchor it at the bottom. Here is the hardest part of solids. And it's not that it's hard. You'll get used to it. Solids have a little bit of stretch to them. All of our strips have a little bit of stretch. If you just flop it down on the sides, sometimes you'll get little wrinkles along here. And it'll make you crazy. So as I lay it down along the side, I'm going to gently just pull it and rub that a little bit. And now as I lay it down along this side, I'm going to gently pull it and rub that. If you get yourself a rubber cuticle pusher, they sell them at Walgreens, they sell them on Amazon. They're very cheap, guys, like $1. You can use your cuticle pusher to kind of iron it down onto your nail. I like doing that. Okay, so now, again, I'm going to go underneath with my thumbnail, and I'm going to perforate kind of underneath so it wraps over the tip of my nail. So now there's one layer of Aspen Sky, and that would be totally fine. However, I know I am rough on my nails. Okay, I'm a rough girl. I know that one coat in a day, my nail will bend and it'll show cracks, and it just won't look as nice as I want it to for solids. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the other half of that strip, and just like if you would with your old-fashioned paintbrush, you're just going to put another coat right on top. Now, you can alcohol wipe it again if you feel like you touched it and got oils on it. Sorry, blowing that. But on solids, first of all, there's a learning curve. Iron those sides out. And second of all, give yourself some forgiveness to learn. And I'm just going to layer this second coat on. Same thing, anchor it, stretch along the sides a little bit so I don't get wrinkles. Stretch along the sides so I don't get wrinkles. And now you're like, oh, that's a really janky looking end, Sasha. I know it's janky looking. I'm just going to take my little file here. I'm going to fold it over the end. And some people, some stylists, they will let this sit for a day like this and dry and cure because the strips have a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of shrinkage to them as they dry. So some of them will let them dry till the next day. They just tuck it under and go about their business. Other people will take their file and just file off that excess. And then I've got 2 coats of paint on this nail. And it truly did not take me that long to do that. And on some solids, you will see a deeper color when you do 2 coats. But I promise you, 2 coats, you're going to feel a lot better about your solids if you do 2 coats on solids. Okay, Tokyo Light, and no, these aren't supposed to match at all. Tokyo Lights, solids. Let's do a French tip. French tips look amazing. And they are not nearly as scary as you think. So the first thing about French tips, when you buy a package of French tips, it's buy one, get one free. So when you buy a package of French tips, you may as well throw 2 in the cart because you're going to get one and then get another one free. That's how easy it is. So I'm going to end up getting 2 sets of French tips. Okay? Which is kind of nice because then if you have any boo-boos, you know, we can work it out. French tips. Again, there'll be 8 sizes of the white and then 8 sizes of the clear. You get to decide. So now see, my middle finger, he's really janky. These 2 fingers get busted off all the time, these 2 fingernails. So I have to decide how much white do I want to show on him. And I peel off my top layer. And some ladies really want a thick French tip white, and some ladies just want a hint of it. With French tips, this one strip is meant to do 1 nail, unless you get creative with a pair of scissors and you're going to try to make the strip go longer. That's kind of up to you and how confident you are in your cutting abilities. So I peeled off the white part of the French tip. Now again, take a mental image. Look how janky that nail looks right now. Okay, it's short. I use them as tools. They get chomped on all the time by anything I'm doing. I'm going to lay this white down on it. And nope, I don't like how that lays. I'm going to peel it back up, move it over a little bit. Ooh, that's looking better. That's looking better. Okay, so that's going to have just a hint of white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to anchor it down. And again, guys, the first time you do stuff, of course it's going to be a little difficult. Please believe me when I tell you I am not coordinated, and even I have figured out how to do Color Street nails. Now, that white French tip isn't perfect, and I know that, and I'm okay with it not being perfect right now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and kind of stretch, and then I'm going to go in and I will maybe take my clippers and I'll round this corner off a little bit, and that'll get the rounding. And again, remember, I'm limited on my sizes. In the package, I'd have gone up a size, but I was using a sample nail. And with the French tips, I could stop here and be done and have my white French tip done. I could get my clear nail polish and put over the top if I wanted. Or I take a strip that comes in your package called Clear as Day, and it's exactly what it says. It's a strip of clear nail polish. Again, Color Street has the patent on our process for clear nail polish strip, or for 100% nail polish strips. You put Clear as Day over the top. You press it down just like you would any other strip. And then you tuck it under and perforate. And so technically, you just did that nail twice. Once with the French tip and once with the Clear as Day. Okay? And then, yeah, I'm cheap. I would end up saving this and flipping it around and doing my other nail with it. I'm so cheap, I would also still take the leftover white part and I'd use my scissors and trim, or if you have a craft punch, you can take and clip out little French tips. So anyway, I wanted to demonstrate those 3 types of nails for you. Glitters are what I always recommend people go with first. Always try a glitter first, they're more forgiving. Then when you get a little braver, go to a solid. And then when you get super brave, you can go to a French tip. If you are doing a clear overlay, and I don't think I have any in my, let me look real quick. I don't think I have any in my spares right now. Yeah, this is a clear overlay. I could borrow this. Okay, let's try putting a clear overlay on this guy, okay? So you've got a clear overlay, and it might be a black stripe thing, or it might be a glitter dipped one. And I was hoping I had my stripes, but I'm not seeing my stripes. I'll have to do another demo with that one then. Because guys, the clear overlays are to die for right now. The stripes, the polka dots, the palm trees. But I'll show you how to do a clear overlay. Clear overlays are going to look like they have a white background. They don't. It's clear. Thus the name, clear overlay. Let me crack into this guy. Oh, for goodness gracious. And yeah, I know it ran longer than 5 minutes. I tried. But I'm doing 3 different nails, so you know, hey. Again, give yourself the grace to learn, okay? It takes a while to get the hang of this. It'll take you about 3 times of applying them, and then you'll have it. So this is my clear overlay. So here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna peel it off, and you'll see, oh yeah, it's clear with sparkles. So if I take that now, and I'm gonna slap that on, Sasha, that's a 3rd coat. Yes, it is, and that's okay. I'm gonna slap that on over that light blue, and now my light blue has sparkle tips, has glitter on it. I perforate underneath. I'm gonna fold it under, and I just turned my Aspen Sky into Aspen Sky with a little red, white, and blue on the end. And again, I would probably take my rubber cuticle pusher and just kind of iron it down. So now this finger, technically, this fingernail has 3 layers of paint on it. Well, isn't that what you'd get at the salon as well? Isn't that what you'd do if you're doing your nails at home? Yeah, you'd probably have 3 layers. So there's the 3 types of nails. If you would like to see me demonstrate something else, please just let me know. But again, give yourself grace, be brave, mess with it. Ask me for a sample. I'll send you samples like this to mess with and try. Say, send me a sample of a solid, Sasha. I want to try something with the solids. I will be happy to send it to you. But this has been Sasha. I hope to see you in my Facebook group. There's your 3 samples of nails. I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.